Hi, Bill Henshaw here again with some more current events. There's really interesting stuff happening in the last couple of weeks, trust me. This one's out of Texas, and the headline was Gay Teacher Wins Award After Showing Photo of Wife to Elementary School Children. So this gal was in school, and she admits that she's LGBTQ, whatever, and is gay and this, that, and the other, and she gets married at this time to this woman, and she shows pictures, I guess, of the wedding to elementary school children, and the school board fired her ass, setting a bad example for the kids, which I personally think is true. But nevertheless, she went and got an attorney, one of the damn state bar association types who don't know any better, and they filed a civil rights claim, something I'd never do, and it got settled out of court for a variety of reasons, none of which went to the merits of the claim. But it said that the district near Fort Worth agreed to remove the 8-month leave from her record as well as offer mandatory training on LGBTQ issues. Um, and this is just more crap. As I'm not fundamentally against LGBTQ, but to the extent that this organization attempts to assert rights that they allege are guaranteed by the 14th Amendment, which I can prove never existed from day one, and if it does exist, subjects us all to federal, regional, martial law rule. I don't care what damn rights you claim to have. That's way too high of a price to pay, and we've been doing it way too long. It doesn't work that way. You know, you people out there with the LGBTQ, you want to start to study the Constitution and see what the remedies are that are out there. This ain't one of them. And it's about time you ceased and desist doing this crap. I mean, it's just, wow. And by the way, how times have changed since I was in school. And I remember, believe it or not, third grade, Miss Hale. And that's close to 60 years ago. But I remember she started out teaching the first few months of the year, and then she became pregnant. And note that I said Miss Hale, she wasn't married. And the school board ain't fired her for setting a bad example for the kids. And we didn't have any of this LGBTQ stuff going on. I think, of course, she was pregnant, so she obviously married a guy. But it was a bad example for an unmarried woman to have a child. Now, on different levels, I have some problems with that. But I guess for classes of third graders coming up, the image that that projects and what you may learn from that, you can see where the school board would have been concerned about it. What I might have done was transfer her to maybe a sixth grade class, or done something, or maybe put her on temporary leave, reassigned her, whatever. The downside for me was that I remember the teacher we got, whose name I can't remember right now. I didn't like very much, but one of those things. She was there for half a year, and we had the other teacher for half a year. But that's how times have changed, because you just couldn't go out and do things. And in some sense, it's better. I really think, because the idea of having a kid, especially these days, and I've talked about this before, why does anybody in their right mind want to have one? I mean, I don't get that in today's society where the chances, of the kid having anything remotely resembling, a good life, and a good job, and this, that, and the other, are remote, to put it politely. Maybe it wasn't that great back when I was in second grade, but what it is today, and what you have to go through, and all the crap we have in this system, and all of the stress it takes out of you, especially today. The big difference now is most people, you have a single mom, and or parents that both have to work, and they have very little influence on the child during formative years. I had not only a stay-at-home mom, but a stay-at-home mom who was very smart. She got triple A's in the school system back when they used that as the grading standard. And she was very smart. She went to college for a couple of years, had some nursing training, but had a lot of common sense, and sit and read to me. And that's got me started on a lifelong being a reader of all kinds of books, and I still do it today. And even the hardbound books, not so much online. But we did that, and I learned a lot more from her, I think, than I did from my 12 years in school, because she was there and available for me. And that's just rarely the case anymore. That's a major loss. And it wouldn't have to be so, by the way, if we didn't have this damn Federal Reserve Bank and these damn Federal Reserve notes, aka evidences of debt. and the Federal Reserve claiming by Marilyn S. Eccles, the then chairman of the Federal Reserve, that they could create money, quote unquote, out of debt. And without debt, there would be no money. What the hell ever happened to gold and silver coin here? Not that hard. So anyway, you can see the big differences that have occurred with what I just read you, what happened in Texas, and what happened when I was coming up. So it's damned unfortunate, and any of you LGBT people that want to try to debate me, please, I'm willing to take you on a cappella, and I'll shut you down like I did in South Carolina within the first 30 seconds. You can't go there. You just can't do it. Find a better way to do it. If you get people to accept you, and oh, by the way, trying to force businesses, especially businesses that are not incorporated, and that don't want you as customers, fine. What you do is you stay away from those businesses and go to ones that that do want to accept you. That's the way we do things in the system we're supposed to have. And if the people that reject you lose enough customers and go out of business, that's the price they pay. They don't have a government gun to their head under federal regional martial law rule. If they survive and your stores don't survive, the reverse effect is true. That's cause and effect. There's nothing wrong with that. Get used to it. And give up this crap with this martial law rule, because in fact, what you're doing, by the way, and it can be seriously argued, any of you LGBTQ types, since you're invoking federal regional martial law, you're committing acts of treason to the Constitution, for which you can be prosecuted, lose your citizenship, and spend a lot of time out here in San Quentin, where I am. And or you could check in with Juliet and Ethel Rosenberg and see what the penalty for treason is. That said, remember to like my videos, subscribe, tell your friends, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.